Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Alakazam Live. So before we get started, just going to say that Wayne can't join us this week because he is busy doing other stuff. But we have got a special guest. You all know him, of course. It is the one and only, the fabulous Mr. Jamie Dors.
Hello.
How are
Hello.
you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm really well, Mr. Dors, and I thought it would be great to get you on the live because you joined the company in January, and I don't think we've had you on here properly since you joined, telling people what you're doing and talking about some of the different projects. Because I'll be honest with you, when we were discussing you joining the company, there was a question in all of our heads as to whether there would be enough work.
And now there's too much work. No, it's great. It's good. I'm always been someone that likes having a list of things to do, just to crack on with. So yeah, it's good. It's really good.
That's why I keep adding to it.
Yeah, so Pete adds at least 5 things a day. So this list is really hard to catch up. I've ticked 2 things off just today, so that's good.
Well, the thing is, for people that, I mean, obviously everyone knows you, but for people that don't know what you actually do within Alakazam, what your job role is. So originally, when we were first speaking, it was to take some of the burden off me when it comes to editing trailers and filming trailers and stuff like that. And then we were saying, maybe you could do a podcast. Maybe you could do a so-and-so. And then you've come out with all these great ideas like the weekly vlog. I mean, I don't know how many people watch our weekly vlogs. I mean, there you go, from our good friend Tom. But it still fascinates me. Like, the blogs are like watching a weekly TV show. They're edited fantastically. You always manage to get so much content. And there are times where I'll ring you and go, did you get enough? And you went, yeah.
Yeah, we never know if it's good content, but there's always content there.
Yeah, there is. But you're very, for those people that don't know, you come into the shop once or twice a week because you live an hour and a half away. So you come in usually on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, if needed on a Tuesday, but definitely a Wednesday. And Wednesday's your social media day. So tell everyone a bit about that. What goes through your head and how do you prep for it? Because you get so much done.
How do I prep with it? I don't really know. I try and come up with some weird ideas. So obviously we have like segments. Yeah. And I think early days when we started thinking about the vlogs, we thought we need to have some sort of structure, a way that we can always rely on these things. So like what you guys don't see is how busy the shop is, and how everyone's solidly working outright all day. So it literally is a case of everything has to be ready to go, and I have to just grab the person out of the situation when I can, and get them to do whatever I need them to do. So if we need Pete to do bedtime stories or oldie but goodie, I literally just say, right, Pete, everything's set up, let's go. And then Pete will quickly jump out, get that segment done. And then once that's done, I'll get Harry in to start doing the social aspect of it. So yeah, it's full on. And then we started doing themed ones just to make them more interesting. That's really difficult because that adds a lot of editing. So those titles, like we did Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. We've done Stranger Things. We've done Disney. All of those like title sequence, none of that is pre-made. That's all done by like from scratch. So all of that has to be animated and designed and put in. So it takes a long time, but it's one of the highlights of my week. I love it. It's so much fun putting them together, and I'm constantly laughing. There's lots of things that you guys aren't allowed to see and can't see, but that makes me giggle throughout the day. There's always something going on that just makes me laugh. So it's good. And then I'm always really excited to show the team. So I love showing Emma her little segment, and obviously Andy with his tricks as well, and Book Nook. So it's good. So if you guys ever come up with ideas for segments as well, let us know. Andy came up with a few weeks ago, and we're thinking of maybe implementing them because I think they'd be really, really good. But yeah, it's always good fun. I'm not sure what theme we're going to do this week, and I haven't even come up with Dad v Lad at the moment, but I will by the time I get there tomorrow. So yeah, it's good fun.
Well, I was going to say the vlog could be half an hour longer, just if we left in Harry's strop at the end of every Dad v Lad.
Yeah, and that's the good thing. When you see Dad v Lad, that's real. And what I like about Dad v Lad at the moment is that's when everyone stops whatever they're doing, and everyone comes out of the office and everyone watches and just takes part. And now we've got things like Deck in a Box, which is quite funny that we've got the nice new boxes for in the shop. And then last week we had like catchphrase.
Yeah, that was really hard. Really hard.
I'm surprised. The comments on last week's one, people found it really difficult as well.
Yeah.
I thought it was really easy, but
Andy was getting them like that.
Yeah, he's pretty good with like punny things as well, though, isn't he? So he would have got things like that. He would have understood like the move side of it, because obviously like Raise Rise is quite a difficult one to do.
Yeah.
But that one segment took forever to come up with and like to animate it and all that sort of rubbish as well. It does take a effort, but I feel like this week we need a physical one again. I always have in my head, do you remember Crystal Maze?
Yeah.
You used to have like a physical, a mental, like each week we need to have something that's a little bit different. So maybe we do a physical one. And again, any ideas for Dad v Lad games, send them in.
Well, do you know what? Someone put a post up last week, and I think it will be a really good idea to get some of the Alakazam involved as well. And that is, if you've got a performance of you doing any trick that we sell, it doesn't have to be an Alakazam trick. It could be anything. It could be 20 years old. But send it in, and if we feature it on the vlog, you'll get yourself a £10 gift card. But it will be great to have a section each week, which is, from the Alakazam.
Yeah, that'd be wicked.
And you'll have
we'll
a
have to come up with a cool name for it.
Yeah, and you'll have a chance to feature on the Alakazam vlog. And I know a lot of our, the Alakazam are great performers. And it don't have to be, you don't have to hire out a theatre. It could be you at your dining room table performing it on your girlfriend, boyfriend, your mate, even to camera, if it's a sort of storytelling thing where you don't need someone there. The only thing we will say is if it does need a participant, perform it on a participant. Don't talk it through, sort of perform it as a trick. But that would be great, and it would be great to see what gets sent in. I tell you what, I wasn't on holiday last week, was I? Or was I? I can't even remember.
Last week you were in.
I was in last week, yeah. One of my highlights, I didn't get to see it live, I saw it when I watched the vlog back, was Educating Emma. Her presentation for Mr. Danger was great. Yeah.
It's very, very fun. Emma's doing great as well. She loves the magic side of it as well. So
yeah.
I literally we go in the morning, pick a trick, teach it to her in the morning, and then literally just say to her, "That's it. You've got to come up with your own patter, your own story." And then when we film it, that's literally what you see. That's what you get.
Yeah.
But she's great, and it was so funny. Yeah, she cracks me up every week. She's so funny.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. It was vlog 16, and it's Educating Emma. She does Mr. Danger, but her presentation is great.
Yeah, it's so funny. The thing is, as well, as people think it's 16, it's actually 21. We've done 21 vlogs.
Really?
Because we have the 5 that we did at Blackpool, which started it all.
Oh, of course.
Those were late nights. Me and Harry going back to the room, and me just editing till like midnight, 1 o'clock, getting
The
them all
thing
done.
is, even that though, I mean, if you guys watch them or haven't watched them, Jamie did every night we were in Blackpool. Jamie produced a vlog. So throughout the day, I mean, you had various other projects going on as well during those days, but you were out picking up footage and you were putting these great vlogs together every single night. And they were
We had great
really
feedback.
good.
People loved them. Yeah. People love watching them.
And there's something that you do when you're editing, and that is to keep it really entertaining. I mean, I watch the vlog. I love watching the vlogs because I don't get to see it all. Like you said, I'll be working and you'll just go, Peter, I need you for 10 minutes to film Peter's bedtime stories or whatever. So there's only little bits I will see, and they're the bits I'm involved in. So I will sit back and watch the vlog because that's the first time I see everyone else's bit. And the one thing that always surprises me is how quickly the time goes when you're watching it. And that's a sign of it being engaging and entertaining. You do a really good job.
They are good fun. Well, it's down to everyone though. The vlog, all of it. Like, in fairness, Harry takes the majority of the brunt with it, because he's featured so much in them.
Yeah.
And he's so busy in the shop as well. So taking him away from what he's doing to do the vlogs, he does. He's good at just babbling on, isn't he? Let's be honest.
He really is.
But he's always funny. He's always so funny. So yeah, it's a team effort really. Is that I just put everything together and try and make it interesting. Really, the hardest bit is the music. Like each episode takes about 20 songs, and it's trying to find the right piece of music for that vibe to see how it feels and stuff like that. But I do enjoy it. It does make me. The other day I was thinking one of my sort of life goals is to make a documentary. I'd love to make a magic documentary, like a proper hour and a half, 90-minute long documentary, all properly edited. I think that'd be wicked. It'd be so much fun. And the vlogs sort of make me think that maybe it's a doable task by the end of it. Yeah. But yeah, I love it. It's good fun.
So
we've got themes lined up as well, haven't we? We've got to do Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
What other themes? We had Wizard of Oz.
Popeye.
Yeah, we need to do Popeye when we can find the outfit.
We should do the
Harry's
Avengers.
got Popeye. Oh, Avengers would be great. That would be good. But when we do Wizard of Oz, we've decided we're going to green up Harry again and make him the Wicked Witch.
The best one, and we need to do it.
Yes, the one with the dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be funny. We need to. Maybe we could do that next week. If we get the outfit, we can do that for next week's one. It'd be funny. But that's the good thing. Like, everyone will just make idiots of themselves. No one really takes themselves too seriously, other than Harry in Dad versus Lad. Yeah, he does. He's so funny. Yeah. Good old Adam there with one of my favourite tricks of this year.
Yes. Indeed.
One of my
favourite
tricks.
Adam Dadswell.
Between that and we've obviously got the social videos as well. So we've got the act, but the acts are getting more about the same views as the vlogs are now, which is amazing. It's not something that we thought would happen, but yeah, people are loving the acts as well.
Yeah.
Although, did you watch last week's in the end?
I did.
Do you know what Harry did yet?
Yes.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
I wasn't to blame for that. That was Harry.
Well,
nothing to do with
now we're speaking about that is the perfect time for me to drop this very short video in. So let's take a look at this and we'll come right back.
So I would like to explore the idea of intuition, of decision making. I'm going to need a couple of you to help me with this. Auto Chair is a brand new show-stopping chair test that can be performed in an intimate parlour setting, at a family show, or it can fill a 2,000-seat theatre. This thing is going to leave your audience with their jaws on the floor. you had some colours. There's a yellow, there's a blue, there's an orange, there's a green, and there's a red. And you've been standing above these numbers the whole time. But these numbers are envelopes that maybe do matter, because inside your one, there is a yellow card. Inside your one, Jan, you stood on top of a blue card. Inside your one, Leonie, you stood on top of orange card right there. Inside yours, Shane, you stood on top of the green card, and inside yours, Alex, you finished us off by standing on the red. Ladies and gentlemen, our brilliant decision makers. Take a bow. All right, you've had your moment. It's simple, it's powerful, and it is impossible. This is Auto Chair by Nicholas Mavresis and Alakazam.
So, there's one up there. So this is being launched tomorrow evening. So join us at 7 p.m. where you'll get to see the full trailer, which is a full performance of the effect. And what you saw there was one small little reveal. Auto Chair is great. We are so lucky to have the legend that is Simon Lipkin on the project. And the reason why Simon, or the reason behind Simon being on the project, was Simon was in here a few months ago and he was looking for a closer to the Magic Circle Easter shows. And we were discussing it, and I totally forgot that we had Auto Chair out back. It, as a lot of you know, a lot of the products that we release, we've got them in the shop. They're in the shop for months before they hit the market, and Auto Chair was one of those effects. And I explained to him what it was. There was no instructions at this point. There was literally nothing. And I said, look, this is what it is. This is how you do it. And he went, that's great. And the Magic Circle used Auto Chair. So the whole cast, the Easter shows, I didn't get to see them, but it was varied performers, wasn't it? So Simon was one of the performers. Was Laura London one? There was about 4 or 5 performers, I think, on the Easter shows. But then they would come together for the finale, and Auto Chair was the routine they would perform. So it was used to close all the Easter shows at the Magic Circle. And the great thing about it as well is you can do it with or without chairs.
Yep. And that day, so the day that we filmed that trailer, we actually filmed 3 tricks in that one day.
Yeah.
2 of the other ones will be obviously coming out in the future. And we had that audience there, and the reactions from that audience all day, they were absolutely dumbfounded all the way through. And there was so much energy. It was so upbeat. It was so funny as well. We had a couple of Alakazam customers there as well.
Yeah.
It was just such a good day. But that was the moment that I think all of us, when we saw Simon perform it, go, wow, this thing is special.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
And it really is. It's so good. I said to Pete, I've got an event coming up in a few weeks. I'm setting my one up for that. And I'm just going to do it continuously throughout the day because, you know, I have 15 minutes to fill. And I've got a small group which is rotating. Perfect trick. Really is the perfect trick for it. So yeah, you guys are going to love it. It's so good.
It's totally adaptable. Like we said, you get everything you need inside that box. We're not going to talk too much about it now. If you want to know more about it, join us for the live launch tomorrow evening. Now these are in stock, so they will be shipping out on Thursday. But we have got them in stock in both here and in our US warehouse. So they're ready to ship, and they launch tomorrow evening, and we've got the live launch at 7 p.m. BST on Facebook and YouTube. But it doesn't matter. You get some pre-printed predictions, but then you also get, in the same lovely quality, the blank ones that you can write your own predictions, so you can do it in any language. You get everything you need to set them up on chairs if you want to use it on chairs. And in all seriousness, I think I would most probably do it without the chairs. There's a beautiful way to do it without the chairs that I explain on a little bonus section of the explanations. And it's great. You can have it in your close-up case, and it's a way to finish your evening, getting 5 people up on stage. Yeah, it's really good. But if you want to know more about that, that is Auto Chair. There's a few people that have just joined us, so I am going to drop this little trailer in once more, and then we'll be back, Jamie.
Cool.
I would like to explore the idea of intuition, of decision making. I'm going to need a couple of you to help me with this. Auto Chair is a brand new show-stopping chair test that can be performed in an intimate parlour setting, at a family show, or it can fill a 2,000-seat theatre. This thing is going to leave your audience with their jaws on the floor. You had some colours. There's a yellow, there's a blue, there's an orange, there's a green, and there's a red. And you've been standing above these numbers the whole time. But these numbers are envelopes that maybe do matter, because inside your one, there is a yellow card. Inside your one, Jan, you stood on top of a blue card. Inside your one, Leonie, you stood on top of orange card right there. Inside yours, Shane, you stood on top of the green card, and inside yours, Alex, you finished us off by standing on the red. Ladies and gentlemen, our brilliant decision makers. Take a bow. All right, you've had your moment. It's simple, it's powerful, and it is impossible. This is Auto Chair by Nicholas Mavresis and Alakazam.
Very exciting.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. I mean, we started work on this project, I think, last summer. So
mad,
yeah, it's great to finally have it coming out. Did you see that comment?
Oh, thank you, Bingo.
Let's see what's happening.
But between this and colour psychology, I think both of those, chuck them in your close-up case. I know so many people as well who want to get into stage work. They're close-up performers. And it's like the perfect transition, these sorts of tricks where, I mean, when I was growing up, you didn't really get products like this. They didn't exist. So you had to sort of find your own way. But nowadays, it's great. It's literally an entire stage act in a box, isn't it? It's just superb. I love them. More of them in the future, hopefully. Yeah.
So, guys, join us tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. Myself and Harry will be here. I might even get Jamie to jump on if he's about, and we will have the live launch of Auto Chair. And also, guys, I know you all belong to magic clubs and you all have magicians on your Facebook groups and stuff like that. Please do us a favour and share our vlogs and, you know, the acts and things like that. Let's get more viewers and subscribers to our YouTube channel as well, which would be absolutely great. Really.
And the podcast. We've only got one. We've got one review on our podcast. One. And we've got a very big followership already now, and it breaks my little heart that we've only got one of those reviews. So yeah, whichever streaming platform that you get, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, that little rating basically tells the algorithm that A, magicians like it because it will work out what you're interested in and it will send it to other people, but it also just help it to grow, and that's what we want. We really want the podcast and the vlogs and everything just to get bigger and bigger.
I'm going to do it right now, Jamie.
Oh,
how do I do
don't
it?
give it a 1-star review, Pete. Come on.
Where do I go? Because I listen to it.
What do you listen on? Do you listen to Apple Podcasts?
Yes.
So go to Apple Podcast.
Yeah.
And then find the podcast using the little search feature. So it's Desert Island.
I've got it right there.
Woohoo! So then there should be... Oh, if people don't know as well, you can send us in your lists now for free. So if you look, if you show them your little screen, Mr. Pete, where you just show, so up to camera, you can see that blue writing at the top. If you tap on that, it will actually send us a text. So you can send in your list, your 8 tricks, your 1 book, and your 1 non-magic item, and it will text us. It's absolutely free, and then we will read that out on a future episode. And we've got some pretty amazing people coming on.
Yeah, we really
One
have.
in particular, I'm really excited because he's like my favourite magician ever. So very excited. Second favourite magician ever.
There you go. So how do I rate this?
So if you scroll down, it should say leave a review. I should presume. I'm actually not on it. Let me find it. Desert Island tricks.
Oh no, it doesn't. Not that I can see.
So we're on the show, and then. Yeah, if you scroll down, it says, write a review. And that's what you're going for. You're going to write a little review down the bottom of it.
Hang on. Maybe you've got to do it on the show rather than an episode. Let me have a look.
Yes, yeah. So you have to go to the little search function, and then it will be on there. Sorry, I should have clarified. We've got 7 ratings, though, which is good.
Cool.
So yeah, please do. Sharing the vlogs and stuff like that really helps them get around a bit better. And if you've not heard of the podcast, then go check it out. It's really good. I really enjoy recording them.
Recently,
I love recording.
when I was when we were going on holiday, I downloaded loads of them to listen on the flight and everything else, and they're all so interesting. And for me personally, when you recorded mine, it's really not that easy. I mean, tell everyone the plot, let's say.
So the idea is that we maroon these magicians on an island. They're allowed to take 8 tricks, 1 book, and 1 non-magic item that they use for magic. Particulars like, are there crabs there or people there or huts? That doesn't really matter. It's basically the ultimate list of tricks. And some people go at it from completely different ways. If you listen to Bill Abbott said he literally just took his show and wrote it down. And then when you listen to his, it's really interesting because by the end of it, I felt like I'd watched his show, which was really interesting.
It was
so good. It was amazing. Have we done Matthew Wright's yet?
I'm
not sure if his is up yet.
No.
So his is really good as well. What I loved about his was he's quite anecdotal. So he talks about going to Amsterdam with Eugene Berger as one of the references to one of his tricks, which is really, really interesting. And then obviously you have like Luca Volpe, who sort of talks more about the props that he uses and using them in completely different ways, which is again different. And then like Harry, I think he would probably change some of his list now. I know one trick I think he would probably swap out. I think he would put the extractor on there now. So yeah, it's really interesting, like the different avenues people go down. We've not had anyone yet at the time of recording go down purely for a performance point of view, as in each one is just really fun to perform. It's not really about the method, and it's not about the continuity of the tricks together. They just like the performance aspect of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting in the future if we get anyone that's more of like a performance theory heavy person.
Yeah, and then
but
you
yeah,
have
it's really
people
good.
like Preston, who,
Preston's was great.
you know, Preston's not a sort of performing magician. He says that on there, but a lot of his were Tenyo things because he just loves them. And the whole idea, when I looked at it, for me, it was, what are my favourite 8 tricks of all time? That was the thing. So there was a couple of mine in there that people would most probably listen to and go, I just do not relate that trick with me. But it's because I just love the trick and I think it's a beautiful piece of magic, you know.
Well, Liam Montier's was a journey through his life, wasn't it? So his list was literally, this was one of the first tricks that I ever saw that I absolutely loved. So he put that on there. And then he sort of progresses through to more modern like tricks that are around more nowadays. So I guess everyone just has their own different approaches to it. At the moment.
Actually, while we're there, because Drew said there are a few tricks I'm amazed they haven't been picked on the podcast yet. So if you're watching this now, put down one trick, could be absolutely anything, one trick that you feel if you could only perform one trick for the rest of your life, it would be this trick. So think about it now and just put it in the chat. Let's see.
Bonus points for Alakazam tricks.
But it really is one trick. It doesn't have to be a purchase trick. It could be a trick with a normal piece of rope, a normal coin. Just one trick you think, do you know what? This is the trick. Even if you don't perform it, that's the thing. It could be a trick that you've seen a magician do. You saw David Copperfield do on TV 25 years ago, but it's something that you've always loved, you would love to learn, you would love to perform. So don't be restricted by what you perform, but if there was one trick that you could perform for the rest of your life, what would it be? So put that down there and let's see some of these coming up. And while that's happening, Jamie, I'm going to drop another trailer. Now, this, I'm not sure if you've seen this because we've only just put it up on the website. Yeah, you may have seen it. I can't remember.
Okay.
Let's have a look.
Acronym is an impossible, stunning, and personal coincidence. It stages in a devastating way a freely chosen number and freely chosen words. First, a number is called out. Then, the spectator chooses random words on Wikipedia by navigating amongst millions of possible articles. They will clearly remember that each page offers dozens of different possibilities. Their choices are written down as decisions are made. Remember that each word is freely chosen. Though the circumstances are remarkably fair, the letter of each chosen word at the called-out number comes together to form a shockingly unexpected revelation. The spectator's very own name. All this can be performed totally impromptu. You just need to borrow a phone. You don't need to know the spectator's name before you begin the routine. Every single action is done openly. You never have to hide the phone screen to secretly type strange URLs. No NFC tag, no QR code. You can reveal not only names, but also brands or any thought of words. Acronym is not an app. There's nothing to download, install covertly, or update. It is a system, always ready when you need it.
1, 2, 3, 4. I've got P-E-T-E of Pete.
Oh, sick. Nice, sick. Nice, sick.
Thank you.
I love it. That's great.
Thank you.
This is great.
Acronym by Conjuring Lab.
Have you seen that before?
Wow. So I've seen it advertised before, a few months back, but I've no idea how it works at all. That sounds incredible. Right up my street as well. I love things where there's hidden messages inside things.
Yeah.
I've always been a fan. What's the Dan Harlan deck? with all the pictures and they're all letters.
Snaps. David Jonathan.
That's it. Oh my god, I love snaps. It's superb. Yeah, that looks really, really cool. Have you got any tricks coming in? Has anyone put any down?
Yes. So, shall we have a look at some of these?
Go on, then.
We have got.
Wait there. What would your one trick be? Because I know you've done your desert island tricks, but something might have changed since that. That was a few months ago now. I reckon Harry's would be extractor. It has to be.
Yeah, I think mine would pretty much stay the same. I think.
But if you had to pick one, though.
I still think the horizontal card rise.
Okay, yeah. Nice.
Were you here when I performed that when Emilio was here?
Yeah, bless him.
This is my godson who's 14, and we had a group of magicians come to visit from a club, and I performed the horizontal card rise, and my godson and my nephew literally said, "Uncle Peter, that's the best trick I've ever seen. My legs were shaking." It's such a beautiful piece of magic. I really feel it's a beautiful piece of magic if performed with a story and everything else. And I remember how I felt when I first saw it, and how excited I was to finally get my hands on one. So yeah, I would most probably say that one. So let's take a look at some of these. We've got David Hand says Stand Up Monty.
That's been featured an awful lot on the podcast. Stand Up Monty is a big hitter.
Yeah.
I reckon it's top 10 at the moment, Stand Up Monty.
Yeah, I think that's mostly been named more than anything else.
Thumb Tip.
Yeah.
That's in there quite a lot.
All right. Steed9 says Turbo Stick. Great.
Nice.
Great effect. Gordon Astley says Invisible Deck.
Of course. Invisible Deck's wicked.
We may just change your mind in the coming months about that.
Ooh.
See my segue there?
Very nice.
Thank you. Ed says Little Door. Has Little
very
Door
nice.
come up? Because that's a great trick. Has that come up on the podcast?
Yeah, we've had Little Door. Little Door has come up. I think maybe Richard Jones said Little Door, possibly.
Could well have done, yeah. Paul Morley said Cataclysm, which is an incredible effect. Magic Man linking safety pins. Once again, absolutely nice. Beautiful effect.
Nice and organic looking as well.
Yeah. Tom Rolfe, contactless.
Nice.
Good choice. Excellent. Bingo says Artifact. That's an app, isn't it?
Yes, I think so.
Am I thinking of Architect?
Architect, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
What's Artifact? Let us know, Bingo. We've got Pseudo Magician said either Ring on String Sonata or Mismade Bill.
Mismade Bill's really cool. I always really liked Sean Farquhar's Torn to Pieces as well, which is that with the photograph. That's really good. That's been mentioned on the pod, I think. Right,
that's cool. And we've got Drew Perry, the amazing Drew Perry.
Hey, Drew.
Crazy Man's Handcuffs. Once again, do you know what? I haven't performed Crazy Man's Handcuffs for years, and I think the year before last we were at a friend's barbecue, and she said to me, "Oh, could you bring some magic?" And I took just a few bits in my pockets, didn't take my close-up case, so I took a deck of cards, some coins, and a couple of bands, and it was the first time I'd done Crazy Man's in a long time. And then as soon as you get the reaction, you go, why did I ever stop? Why did I ever stop doing it? It's so strong.
There's some great versions of that out now. Crazy Sam's handcuffs, which came out maybe last year or the year before. That's a really nice take on it as well.
Yeah.
A bit less like finger flicking needed to do it as well. So that's a really good version to check out.
Yeah. There's a few more coming. Thomas said, big reaction once again. What a great effect. And it does all the work for you, which is brilliant. Darren Bain says, very hard to choose just one trick. Torn between screen test, once again, brilliant, and nothing but the truth. Brilliant. Lewis says, destination box. Once again, absolute killer.
Yeah. We've not had too many card. I thought Card to Impossible Location would be. There'd be a lot of those, but there's not that many of those come up so far.
No, and it's a beautiful trick. Tom Rolfe said, did either of us see yesterday's Magic Circle performance with Ricardo? He had a sneaky use of the extractor. No, I didn't see it.
No, neither did I.
What was the use, Tom? And Drew said, obviously, he would have mentioned Charming Chinese Challenge as well. Drew does that a lot.
Yeah, that's a wicked trick.
I learned Charming Chinese Challenge recently, maybe the last sort of 6-8 months. Love it. Great effect. Troy Hooser. Right, so we have got another trailer to play, only a short one. So we'll take a look at this, which will give people a chance to put in some more effects. If you only had one effect that you could perform for the rest of your life, and it doesn't have to be an effect that you currently perform. It could be something that you saw on telly once, or you know Paul Daniels done, or you've read in a book. It could be something you've never learned, but you always thought it was really magical, and if you could perform an effect, that would be it. Put it here in the chat, and we'll read some more out. But let's take a look at this.
More than 8 years of development and closed tests with the help of professionals in the world of magic. First, official presentation of the product at FISM 2024. An effect that changes the perception of card tricks. And now, it is available to everyone.
So you ran off, you didn't even want to speak to me earlier. So I'm going to show you something to you, right? So as you can see, these are all different, yes? You can see that. Take out any one you want, don't show me. You sure you want that one? Yeah. Now look, so I can't cheat. Sign your name big across that card. Show them as well and show the cameras. I will look away. Have you done it? Yeah. Good. Show the cameras. Good? Yes? Yeah. Hide it for me. Now we're going to take the card, it goes inside the middle of the deck, yes? Yeah. Happy? Can we just go over here? Inside the middle of the deck. We're just going to place the deck just there. What I want you to do, we'll take the pen back. Hold out your finger like this, like a gun. Let's make this interesting. Just focus on the deck with your finger. You ready? Watch this focus. 1, 2, 3. You're going to pull the trigger on the count of 3. 1. Think of your card. 1, 2, 3, go.
Oh my God,
Our products are trusted by professionals from all over the world. Make magic with Wonder Makers right now.
Fun.
That looks like fun.
Yeah. So
I think we need to set a couple of those up around the shop next week when I'm in.
Harry is going to be doing a video on this. You do need, to use it, you do need flash wool, which we've run out of in the shop. So he's just ordered some more, should be in tomorrow with any luck. So he'll be putting up a video. But yeah, it's great. What a reaction. And it's under your complete control with regards to timing and everything else. So we got a few of these in stock there, the Boom Deck. So go grab yourself one of those if that appeals to you. Tom Rolfe said Ricardo did mind reading, but then produced the card from his top front pocket using just one thumb. I'll
One
have
thumb
to
is
look
all
at
you
that,
need.
because that will
Perfect.
go live on the Magic Circle site at some point. So was he actually using an extractor, Tom? Let us know. Oh, Colin Jones said his trick would be Cyclone from some magician that taught it on an amazing streaming platform.
Nice. That is a very good trick. I was actually at the Young Magicians Club a few months ago when it came out, and one of the young magicians performed it as his audition piece for that week as well. So it's nice that Unlimited is stretching across everyone. Everyone's getting the chance to discover it, which is great. And we've got some cool things coming out for that as well.
Yeah.
We've got some very cool things in the pipeline.
So this is another question I want to ask as well. Those of you who subscribe to Unlimited, how many of you have watched Simon Lipkin's course on acting? Just a simple yes or no.
This week's was improvisation, wasn't it?
Is this the last week?
Good.
Is that it? Is it all
So
complete?
we've got one more to go. So we've
Right.
got one more episode before we start on the next course.
Brilliant. And if you're not already a member of Unlimited, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? £4.99 a month. And you can get a week's free trial if you sign up now. But honestly, it's incredible. And a lot of your week is taken up with Unlimited as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And like I say, we've got 2 new channels landing. So we've got Spotlight and we've got Legends. And Legends has been something that I know Harry has been particularly working hard on the acquisition of, let's say.
Yeah.
And that is incredible. It's going to be so good. And that's nearly ready to launch as well. But the idea that we're able to do that on our platform is amazing, because it's something that, I think a lot of us will be very happy is accessible now.
Yeah.
Without giving too much away.
Yeah. No, 100%. Cryptic, but it's going to be exciting. When it lands, it's going to be exciting. There's a lot of stuff, and we have got more studio lives planned as well. So there's some really good ones of those coming up before the end of the year. So there's a lot of good stuff happening. And now also you get all our YouTube content on there as well. So you can watch it
before everyone else as well.
Yeah, so you can watch it all within the Unlimited platform. So it's really good. Even the podcasts, I think this week's podcast, which goes live on Friday, Unlimited members had it yesterday.
Yeah, so they get the act before everyone else. They get the highlight before everyone else as well. They get the vlogs are on there, so everything's sort of in one little area. You can just click on each one. So yeah, it's nice and easy to get through. And the amount of exclusive content that we've got, A, on there already, but B, coming up. We've got so much stuff. Yeah. We've already put the courses up, so you can see just what we've already put on there. But we've already got a couple more courses in the works. We've got really quirky things from balloon modeling to loads of different things. Yeah. So it's going to be the go-to place. So if people are worried about, they're not too keen on older content, there's loads of original content on there for you to get stuck into.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm gonna, for anyone that's joined us late, we have got a live launch happening tomorrow evening right here on Facebook and YouTube. If you want to know what it's all about, take a look at this.
So I would like to explore the idea of intuition, of decision making. I'm going to need a couple of you to help me with this. Auto Chair is a brand new show-stopping chair test that can be performed in an intimate parlour setting, at a family show, or it can fill a 2,000-seat theatre. This thing is going to leave your audience with their jaws on the floor. You had some colours. There's a yellow, there's a blue, there's an orange, there's a green, and there's a red. And you've been standing above these numbers the whole time. But these numbers are envelopes that maybe do matter, because inside your one, there is a yellow card. Inside your one, Jan, you stood on top of a blue card. Inside your one, Leonie, you stood on top of orange card right there. Inside yours, Shane, you stood on top of the green card, and inside yours, Alex, you finished us off by standing on the red. Ladies and gentlemen, our brilliant decision makers. Take a bow. All right, you've had your moment. It's simple, it's powerful, and it is impossible. This is Auto Chair by Nicholas Mavresis and Alakazam.
So you guys can join us 7 p.m. tomorrow evening for the live launch of Auto Chair, where you'll see a full performance of it as well, and we'll be giving you more information and we'll be answering any questions. Now, these are in stock. They will be shipping out on Thursday, but they go live tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. So join us on Facebook and YouTube.
Very excited for that one. I think everyone's going to love it. It's just so good.
Yeah, it is. It is so good. So what else, Jamie, have you been up to? What else do you get up to?
Just a lot of editing. We've done another, so we're trying to get ahead on products, because obviously we've got so many coming out. So we've just finished a future product. We've just made an adjustment to the trailer. We've done the instructions for that one. So that one's going to be ready to go. And that is a very, very cool trick that we actually filmed back in Blackpool.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things that I was doing back in Blackpool. And that's going to be very good. I was just thinking as well, we've already got a theme for tomorrow's vlog, but you're not allowed to know it.
Oh. Does anyone else
It's going to
know
be
it?
Harry knows it, but Harry's not allowed to tell you.
Oh.
It's going to be a really good one.
Okie dokes. He gets to know everything, that boy.
So, yeah, it'll be good. It'll be really good. So, yeah,
So-
tomorrow's vlog day. So, we'll be down there filming tomorrow for the vlog all day tomorrow.
Oh, and we've got Mike Sullivan popping in. So think
Nice.
think of a dad versus lad, but Harry against Mike.
Nice, okay. It'll be Mike versus Tyke. There you go.
Okie dokes.
Because Harry's the little Tyke.
We'll do that.
Okay, all right. We'll come up with it. Why don't we do deck in a box? See how good Mike's poker face is.
All right. Okay,
I think that'd be
do
funny.
that. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Mike will be funny. Mike's great.
He will be funny. He's so funny. He was on he's one of the funny parts on the Blackpool vlogs. He's got a really funny part on the Wayne Dobson stand. It's really good. Yeah, really funny.
And we could actually film a Journeys tomorrow with him.
Yeah, let's do that. That's a good shout.
Yeah.
That's a really good shout. We'll do that as well. Yeah, but people that aren't on Unlimited are missing out on the Journeys. There's some really good ones coming up. We've still got Mike Vincent, Mick Wilson, Martin Pierce. Yeah, they're really, really good. They're a really good thing to listen through. We've had some really good ones of them.
Just want to put this up there.
Yep.
He really does, and I'm glad someone's noticed.
That's I did think that's going to be the one thing working for the company that's not going to change. Like there still has to be an element of like what was the Emma's biscuit thing last week was brilliant. So Emma was in the office and she wanted she's getting to know my craftiness. So she's on a diet as well as I am, although she definitely doesn't need to because she looks amazing. Well, everyone really is, but she was really in the mood for chocolate, and I said, "Yeah, go on, go get the chocolate biscuits out. I'll have one with you." And Harry was like, "No, you're not gonna." And I was like, "Yeah, God, it's only one biscuit. It'll be fine." So she put it off. Finally, just went, "Yeah, go on, I'm gonna do it. If you're gonna have one, I'll have one." Opened up the biscuits, had one, gave them to me. Of course, I wasn't gonna have a biscuit. I've been too good. There were very colourful words coming out of that lady's mouth. She thought I'd just dropped her in it. She couldn't believe it. So, yeah, she'll love this week even more.
I was saying to Jenny the other week, you do look like you've lost weight. You're doing well.
I need to lose more. I'll get there. The thing is, with changing jobs, my last job was quite active. And this one is a lot of like editing based, so I'm very conscious that I'm sitting down. So I need to be a bit more active, which I will be.
And
I need to
counteract that by paying you not enough to eat.
That's true. Yeah, that's great.
You know,
this is true.
You moaned at first, but it's for your own good.
Yeah, but everyone loves beans, so that's all right. I've just got a cupboard full of beans. It's all good. But yeah, this week's is going to be, I'm looking forward to this week. Hopefully Emma will still like me by the end of it.
Do you know what? I'm really pleased to say we've got a lot of our American Alakazam joining us.
Oh,
as
amazing.
Well today. I've seen quite a few people popping up from America. So welcome one and all. I just want to say as well, a big shout out. I haven't seen them appear on here today, but Chris James, big shout out to Chris James, who's heading up Alakazam USA. He's the warehouse manager out there, making sure that all orders are being packed and shipped, and he answers the live chats and everything while we're all sleeping here in the UK. He's on there. There we go, even more.
Yay.
Yeah, so thank you very much for joining us. I know it's probably really early in the morning for most of you out there, but big shout out to Chris James, like I said, for running Alakazam USA and doing us really proud out there. He's a great member of the team. So if you guys that are watching from the US, let us know if you've ordered from us recently, and also what your experience has been. Hopefully it's been great.
And our European customers, now there are changes to that as well.
Yes, anyone watching from Europe, we've changed the way we do our European shipping, so let us know if you've tried that out in the last week. Drew Perry says Chris James is awesome. Drew, while you're on there, just answer soon or no chance. When are they going to be here? You should know what I'm talking about. So, before we say goodbye, Jamie, I'm going to play this once more because tomorrow evening we are going live with a live launch. Let's take a look at this for anyone that's...
So, I would like to explore the idea of intuition, of decision making. I'm going to need a couple of you to help me with this. Auto Chair is a brand new show-stopping chair test that can be performed in an intimate parlour setting, at a family show, or it can fill a 2,000-seat theatre. This thing is going to leave your audience with their jaws on the floor. You had some colours. There's a yellow, there's a blue, there's an orange, there's a green, and there's a red. And you've been standing above these numbers the whole time. But these numbers are envelopes that maybe do matter, because inside your one, there is a yellow card. Inside your one, Jan, you stood on top of a blue card. Inside your one, Leonie, you stood on top of orange card right there. Inside yours, Shane, you stood on top of the green card, and inside yours, Alex, you finished us off by standing on the red. Ladies and gentlemen, our brilliant decision makers. Take a bow. All right, you've had your moment. It's simple, it's powerful, and it is impossible. This is Auto Chair by Nicholas Mavresis and Alakazam.
There it is. Tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock. BST, join us right here on Facebook and YouTube. Right, it's time for us to go, but just want to say thanks to Walter for supporting Alakazam USA, and great service from Chris. Glad to hear it. I know he's going above and beyond. He is actually in, believe it or not, he is in the Alakazam warehouse 7 days a week. 7 days a week. He goes in.
That's
there
mad,
to
isn't it?
Yeah. But that's dedication, you know. He's a great part of the team, and our American arm is getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and that's thanks to all of you guys for your support. So Jamie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You are very welcome, and thank you for just being amazing.
He never normally says that, guys. This is all for camera. Just saying.
Yeah. Obviously, you're going to take this as your lunch hour. You haven't done any work. Right. So, Jamie, thanks a lot, mate. And I will see you tomorrow.
Yes. See you tomorrow for a fun day of filming, maybe.
Yeah. It'll be good. Right, do you want to say goodbye to everyone?
Goodbye, everyone.
Right, guys, that's it for us for this week, but we will be back tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Join us for the live launch of Auto Chair by Nicholas Mavresis. And remember, we are, in the next few weeks, going to start moving the lives up into the evening. We might do like occasionally during the day, occasionally during the evening. Next week, I think it might be Thursday evening, not Tuesday daytime, because I'm not here on Tuesday. So put it in your diaries. Next Thursday, I think we might be about, and we'll do a live, but obviously with the Euros happening as well. But next week, we'll let you know. Just check out our Facebook page and we'll let you know. Right, guys, that's it. We will see you tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining us. See you then.
I would like to explore the idea of intuition, of decision making. I'm going to need a couple of you to help me with this. Auto Chair is a brand new show-stopping chair test that can be performed in an intimate parlour setting, at a family show, or it can fill a 2,000-seat theatre. This thing is going to leave your audience with their jaws on the floor. You had some colours. There's a yellow, there's a blue, there's an orange, there's a green, and there's a red. And you've been standing above these numbers the whole time. But these numbers are envelopes that maybe do matter, because inside your one, there is a yellow card. Inside your one, Jan, you stood on top of a blue card. Inside your one, Leonie, you stood on top of orange card right there. Inside yours, Shane, you stood on top of the green card. And inside yours, Alex, you finished us off by standing on the red. Ladies and gentlemen, our brilliant decision makers. Take a bow. All right, you've had your moment. It's simple, it's powerful, and it is impossible. This is Auto Chair by Nicholas Mavresis and Alakazam.